everybody, this is Tambia and I'm back with another third-party Transformers video review. And this time I have from Perfect Effect PC-02 and PC-04. These are upgrade kits for the Combiner Wars Menasor. So yeah, specifically these are the purple sets of hands and feet for him, and then this is the replacement head and added shoulders, hip area type thing for him. So we kind of already know how these work if you've seen my Superion video, but I will go through these again. So we'll start with this set first. So I guess let's go ahead and bring out Superion. So not Superion, out on Menasor. All right, so here is Menasor, and he's a wreck. I'm really glad that they brought these out. And as you can see, I don't have Blackjack in there or in the middle, and he's still wanting to fall backwards. Let's push these hills down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so he should hopefully be okay now. Oh, he still wants to lean backwards. Come on, stop leaning backwards. Come on. You know what? I'll just let you lean up against the wall then. Since he doesn't want to stand up. He was standing up just a while ago before I moved him, but now whenever I moved him onto camera, he doesn't want to stand up. So you can stay back there for all I care. Alright, so inside the box, oh yeah, I didn't show the back of the box. So the back of the box, it does show the whole piece right here. So this is the part that you can see from the front. You can't really see this because it's on the back. This is his head, and then these are the new shoulder pieces, and then this is a middle section for the sword, which is also a gun. So alright, so here are the instructions, just like with Superion. They are, actually these are full color. No, they're not. They're still black and white. They're black and white for the add-on pieces, and then color for the Combiner Wars Menasor pieces. So, okay. So this is what all comes in there. So you see that you have this piece right here, the new head, and then the middle section of the sword. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull all these extra guys off, just so it's a little bit easier to navigate this guy. Some of these pieces are very flimsy, so I'll be right back. And now that everything is off, this is what we're left with. So, you know, not really something that's very nice looking. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to do this just so it's easier to hold him up. Come on. So the head's like this, and so that's the old head, and this is going to be the head that we're replacing. It looks 10 times better, especially with the horns. He does not have bull horns on him. He looks way better. I did see a guy from Shapeways that made new horns on him, but they still don't look right. They still look like they did not belong on him. It looked like somebody took and made something that didn't originally go there. So screw. So we need to take the head off. So this thing right here, fortunately, like these guys, they pop off real easily. there's a screw. Don't know there's a screw. We'll just pop off these horns because the horns will want to fall off. And then take this off. Alright, so now once you have the front part of the head off, you see that you have access to the ball on here. So you just want to basically bend this and then pull it up, and then it pops off this piece right here. So then you have this, and then you just kind of lightly put them together, and then to get these horns back in, you take and just go like that. You want to close it a little bit, and then you want to grab the other horn and put it in there, and then close it back. And then you take the screw, screw is really small, so I don't want to drop it because it's really easy to lose, especially into carpet. So this one I want to go ahead and screw all the way back in because the horns will actually fall off if you don't. Alright, so to get this guy on, you see back here you don't have to pull anything apart. You just drop it onto the ball and it's on there. And voila! These horns do fold down so that he can go into here for transformation. Now for the other part of him, this whole thing. Alright, so you want to go and we want to put this down right here. And what you want to do is you want to take the skirt part right here off. This part right here, the crotch piece. Alright, you're going to pull that off and you're going to throw that to the side, and you're going to take this and put that there. And so for when he's in his robot form, you can just go like this and pop it on his back like this, and he has all kinds of junk on his back. You can actually take and go like this. But I think this is more for truck mode. And put those together like that. That's going to be more for truck mode. But it does make them very back heavy. So you go like this. It doesn't make it as back heavy. But he's still, see, you can even see that he's trying to lean back. That's the only thing that I don't really like about this, is that there's no places for these, and he's really, really, really back heavy. So that popped off. So what do we do when we want him in combiner mode? So we take this and fold this up, and then we take this, flip this back, and this is going to become the new kind of chest portion for him. So you have a chest portion, and then you have the skirt portion. Actually, what you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to take his hips and rotate his hips around like this. So then you kind of spread them a little bit, and they'll go into this like this. And then, see, these go around. And it's kind of easier if you go like this and just move them out of the way, so that you can then set this up. And you want to lift all this stuff up. You want to lift these panels up and then rotate it this way. And what I found is that you have to take these nabs, these little holes right here, and tab them into that piece right there. And you want to do this side first. So you get that in, and then you want to do this side, because then this stuff goes over this goes into here, this goes over this, and this goes into here. And then once you have all that in, then you flip around and you see he has the these pieces that were up here originally. And you just take and tab this back into here. In the back. So you just take and fold this back around. Come on. So now he has all his parts on. The only issue that you're going to have now is that there's no articulation in the hips now. None whatsoever. This thing holds it all together. So you're not going to have anything. You're not going to be able to bend the legs out in. You're not going to be able to give him any walking action except for maybe going forward like this. That's it. You can't go backwards or anything. This is it. It's all locked into place once you do this. Alright, and so for the extra piece of his weapon, it actually goes in with this, and the paints don't match very well. They're, they tried their best, but it's not as shiny as the Hasbro. So you take this, and you can see that it's actually a machine gun, some kind of machine gun. And then it has a tab right here, and I'll show you what that's for in just a little bit. But you take this, and you tab that in like that, and then you tab this in like this, and then it makes a sword a lot longer. And then you can take this, and if you look back here, you may have remembered that there was a hole back here, so you can actually take and tab in his sword back here. So like that. So now we'll go ahead and get these pieces out. And this is the back right here, so you can see the, it actually didn't open this before. I have not opened this one. I opened the Superion one, but I didn't open this one. So it's the instructions again. So the feet, another foot, a hand, and another hand. Alright, so the feet, if you want to learn how these transform or whatever, go ahead and check out the Superion version of this review, and that'll show you how to do this. It's not very hard. They kind of, let me show you real quick. They pop apart. You flip this, and then you flip this down, and then the thing is right here. So then you have this as a Gatling gun type thing, and you can do it twice. You can actually do it 4 times, so that you can have 4 of them. And then if you want to have like 4 Gatlins, you can actually take, or a double Gatlin, like if you want to hook it up to him in truck mode or something, then you flip this, and you flip this one, and then you take these two and you tab these two together, and then you use this right here, and then you can tab that onto him wherever, and he has a double Gatlin. So and then for the hands, let me get these two together, and then I'll show you the hands. And then for the hands, to transform them into a gun, you just basically, you take in between the 2 fingers, you take and you pull. It doesn't seem smart to do that, but you pull a little bit, and this will eventually let go, and then you just twist it around. And then what you want to do is you want to flip this handle up, and then you take these fingers and wrap them around like this, and then you take this part right here and turn this around, and it becomes a scope, and you have a gun. So, and then to just change it back, you flip the thumb around, you flip out these, flip this back in, and then Then go like that, and you have a hand again. So, alright, so first we'll start with the feet. So we want to take this off. And the best way that I found to put these on is actually to hold this together and then just push in. It tries to, you want to squeeze these together and hold these together, because when you push in, the ball joint tries to push up against this and then tries to push them apart. Put it on the wrong foot. So you want this one, you like that, because you want it to be able to twist this way. Alright, so that's one foot. And you want your other foot, so I'm going to take that off. So, like this. Then we go like that, and then you want to, then we connect these. Alright, and then take this and then connect this. Alright, so then once you have all that, then it's time for the hands. So let's go ahead and move up to the hands. Alright, so I have this arm right here. I'm going to take that and make sure that we grab the right arm. Push that in. You can bend some of the fingers so that it looks a little bit natural. But the fingers do look a little bony. Come on. Alright, and then for this one, we want to go ahead and remove this hand and replace it with this one. And try and give him a natural grip. Because then we can actually take the sword remove it from the back. And so with a grip kind of like this, and we want to take this and push it down into here, because he's only going to hold the top part of the sword. He won't grab this part right here, the thin part. So the sword, as you can see, is way longer now. Way longer now. Good one. So he looks really boss now. He looks excellent now. I do really like the new head. The new head looks freaking awesome. and then he's way taller than he was before, just because now you're stretching the legs out. So here's him next to Superion, and here, look, I'll put Superion in front of him because then you'll see, like, you can't actually tell because he's. Here, let me put him next to him. See that Superion is way shorter now than Menasor, where they were almost the same height whenever you had them transformed in the way that the instructions showed. He's way taller now. He's almost a head taller, not quite, but he looks really, really good like this, I think. I think they did a really good job on this. I don't think they'll probably do anything with Defensor, just because he doesn't really need anything added. I haven't really seen anything either, any prototypes or anything. Like I said before, all I'm going to do is really switch the hands out. When I get those white hands, I'll switch them. I'll switch the hands out, but that's going to be about it. The only other issue that I'm finding with this, that I found with the white feet, not the white feet, but the black feet, are that the ball joints, they're not weak. They're not like they're floppy, but if you push him just enough, it's weak enough that they'll continue to go. So you need to make sure that he's really well balanced so that he'll stay. Only other thing that really kind of bothers me is that they didn't get the paint exactly right with the sword. But you know, if you don't really focus on it, or you're not really paying attention to it that much, you're not going to really notice it. So overall, I actually recommend both of these for him. So both the feet and the hands, because if you get this piece right here, you're going to need the feet, because the feet do, here, let me show you. Because the ball joint on the feet do twist, and you're really going to need that, because these don't. These hands and these feet, they don't have that twisting ability, so they're just going to be going like this, and then it gives them a lot larger feet. So you know, it looks way more proportionate for both of these guys to have those larger feet. Now, whether you want to give them the hands and you just want to use the hands as guns, it's totally up to you. Like I've said before, I don't really like the way these hands are. Maybe if you do the modification on it and you can fix it, maybe it's a little bit better, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really a big fan of the hand feet gimmick thing that they've done. So I wish they would have just given them proper feet and proper hands and not tried to make a double use gimmick out of it, so that, you know, you could just switch the feet around, or you could switch the hands around and they would look correct and work correctly. But Hasbro decided, you know, it was a nice try. They tried something new, but it just didn't work out, in my opinion. So with that, that's going to go ahead and conclude my review of the Perfect Effect Perfect Combiner PC-02 and PC-04 add-ons for the Combiner Wars Menasor. Don't forget to check out my other videos, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This has been Tembiota, and I'll see you guys next time.